The following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com.
Blue 42. Blue 42 said
Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as we get set to take on Webster Groves here tonight in the first game of the district playoffs, first round. The Tigers are the 2 seed, Webster Groves the 7 seed, as the winner of this game will play the winner of Poplar Bluff and hang on, let me pull it up. I gotta, because everything changed after last week with teams flipping and switching around. Play the winner of Farmington and Poplar Bluff. Farmington, the 3 seed, Poplar Bluff, the 6 seed. And St. Mary's Southside got the 4 seed. Melville got the 5 seed. So definitely not what it was going to look like during the game last week, Friday. Everything changed after the game was over. And the Tigers stayed in the number 2 spot, which is we knew it was going to happen anyway. It just depended on who was going to come here to play tonight, and it's Webster Groves, who are 2-6 on the season, which the Tigers are 8-1, and so those numbers don't add up. It's because Webster Groves and Kirkwood, they play a game against each other on Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah.
So they actually still have one regular season game left after they get, assuming, they lose here tonight to the Tigers, they'll have one regular season game left after they get eliminated from the playoffs.
It's funny how that works, and yeah, looking at the schedule here, just the fact that they will be playing on November 28th against Kirkwood, and that'll be on Thanksgiving Day. How about that? So Central comes into this game 8-1. Of course, we have pretty well dominated every single opponent this year with the exception of our loss to Jackson. And you mentioned it, Ryan, Webster Groves. They have 2 wins on the season, 6 losses. Their 2 wins coming to Hazelwood West and then also against Northwest. So that is a Cedar Hill Northwest that they defeated back in September. That's when they last won. And they'll come into this game here on a 4-game losing streak at Cape Central High School this evening. So we are looking forward to calling it for you here on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, also on YouTube. We have the audio up for you, Cape Central Sports on YouTube. You can follow along on there as well. The pregame is brought to you by the Cape Career and Technology Center, the Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
Yeah, just audio only here tonight, as due to Misha regulations, you can't stream video on YouTube. You could be on Misha TV if you wanted to, but that charges you $10 a game to watch the game. So we just went ahead and I didn't get enough time, have enough time to get anything going anyway. So we're just going to do the audio on YouTube here tonight. And we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then when we come back, we will have a word with Coach Gibbs. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger Football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and listening on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com. Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here with Coach Gibbs. So last week was a pretty, well, it started out a little sluggish, I guess you would say. Not exactly how, I know Chandler and I didn't expect it to be as close as it was for as long as it was, but Kennett, they did a good job of just running out the clock there in that first quarter and most of the second quarter.
Well, you know, the thing about it is it was an offensive set, a heavy set with big kids in the backfield, big kid running that they had not shown all year long. Now, they've shown a lot of different looks, but they had not shown that. So, honestly, we hadn't prepared for the heavy set, and they did a nice job, you know. That's what I was telling my coaches on the sideline. It's not like we're doing anything wrong here, guys. It's just, you know, what they're doing, something we haven't prepared for. And luckily, you know, the only time we had the ball, we scored in the first quarter, and then you know, we kept them out of the end zone, although they did use, I guess, probably a full quarter worth of time, and then you know, then we were able to get some breaks and take advantage of some things, and you know, before you know it, you've scored 21 points in 42 seconds, and it's kind of where you thought it would end up being.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that special teams unit that was able to pick up 2 back-to-back kickoffs and put up, basically set up the offense for some great field position.
Yeah, and you know, there's 2 things involved there, and I guess 3. You know, win being number 1, but Joey does a really good job of kicking, and he has now for the last 2 years that he's been with us. The other thing is, you know, you always talk about hustling on special teams, and it's a big part of what we do. And we got a lot of kids that really like and enjoy special teams. So when you got a kid that's going to kick it up in the air in the wind, all kind of things are going to happen, and that's what happened. But you also saw, you know, our kids hustling downfield, making the hit on the kid, and then recovering the ball and doing those kind of things. And again, you know, the game got away from them pretty quick.
Yeah, so shift gears into this Friday for the first round of the districts in Webster Groves, who it looked like it was going to be Poplar Bluff for 3-4, almost a month basically, and then Webster Groves was able to jump over, or Poplar Bluff's able to jump Webster Groves. And so now, you know, preparing for Webster Groves, and, you know, it's one of those situations where in football you didn't have to really prepare for Poplar Bluff yet because you still had that regular season game, and, you know, Poplar Bluff probably, you pretty much knew what you were going to get, but with Webster Groves, what are you seeing?
They remind you a little bit of like, Live for Life a little bit, and some of the things they do and the concepts that they use. And, they want to throw the football. They're big up front on both sides of the ball. Athletic, with the skill positions, athletic at linebacker. They like to bring a lot of people, so it's kind of an all or nothing defense. They're going to bring a lot of folks and blitz and cause issues in that regard. And, again, as we tell our kids at the beginning, of the year and all the way through to this week, it's about us and preparing. Once you know what a team is doing schematically, then you just go and you know how you need to line up, whether it's offense and or defense, special teams, and you got to execute your assignment. So at the end of the day, they're going to present some problems. What they do offensively, defensively, I have no doubt they'll have some plays on defense. We got to do a better job of not letting them get over the top of us. Like Live for Life did a couple times, and try and get a really good, strong start to the game.
I actually forgot to mention last week, Torrance Murray came into the game, or I guess should say he started in the game, and he did a really good job, I think, filling in there in running back. And I think he's got some potential for his next couple years. Yeah,
he's been a bright spot. I mean, the thing with Torrance is, he finds himself behind a couple other guys, and, they've got the experience, and they know the offense, and he's getting a chance now with Keyshawn out. He's getting a chance to get better. The big thing is reps, and you get better with reps, and he's gotten more practice reps. He missed some JV games. We wish he could have ran in to kind of hone his skills a little bit, but he's gotten better by the week since he's been filling in, and we feel good about what he can bring to the table.
So, speaking of his Keyshawn, how's he doing?
So, Keyshawn's going to be a game-time thing, whether or not he goes or not. We'll just kind of play that by ear, but he's making a lot of progress, looks really good. He's at full speed, so we'll kind of wait and see how that goes.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
All right, now, thank you.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sikeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sikeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper-lined granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Chandler, the Tigers coming in 8-1. They're going to take on Webster Groves here in the first round of the district playoffs. The Tigers, the 2 seed, Webster Groves, the 7 seed. Only 7 teams in the district. Cardinal Ritter gets that first round bye after securing the number 1 seed. So the only time the Tigers will see Cardinal Ritter is in the district championship, and the Tigers have to get 2 wins to get into that game, and the Cardinal Ritter Lions only have to get 1. Cardinal Ritter did lose last week. They lost to Lutheran North 50-48. So Lutheran North is a Class 4 team, so they actually lost to a school that's considered smaller, which honestly sometimes they may actually be a lot smaller, because sometimes that private school success thing kind of pushes them up a little sometimes, up a class. So it's possible that they're even smaller than just the one class below. But Webster Groves is going to receive the opening kick here to start the game. The Tigers are going to receive the kick to start the game. Webster Groves will kick it away, as both teams are orange and black, Chandler.
I was going to say, it's a little bit confusing if you're seeing that, but we got to remember, Cape Central is in the black and orange, and Webster Groves is in white. They have their white shirts, black letters, and the orange pants.
Their orange is just a little bit different.
A little bit.
But from up here, it doesn't look that much different. You got to really get close.
Yeah. Lots of people filling the stadium here at Cape Central High School this evening. Has just had the coin toss, and 6:59 is our time. I think we are just about ready to go for this district playoff game. I want to remind you once again, our pregame sponsor, the Cape Career and Technology Center. Their vision is to provide an environment for students to make career connections and advancements through education and training. That's the Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
Yeah, tonight's game, it is on YouTube, but it's only audio. There's no video for the game tonight, so you'll have to pretend, I guess.
Yes.
It's going to be like listening to the radio, just on YouTube instead.
That's right. Yeah, just bear with us as we have the MSHA regulations that we have to follow along with and abide by. So that is the way it works, but you can still follow along and listen to us as we'll call the game for you on YouTube, also on 95.7 FM and 1550 AM. So Webster Groves going to be punting this one, or kicking off rather, to the Tigers.
Webster Groves, the Statesman.
Statesman.
That is their mascot, the Statesman. Not exactly sure what a Statesman looks like, because the only logos I ever see for Webster Groves are just that WG that interlocks with each other, and that is going to be caught at about the 20-yard line, and the Tigers are going to bring it out. He'll get it across the 30, down towards the 35. Let's see where they mark him down. Looks like maybe the 36. And the Tigers will start on their own 36-yard line.
Brayon Clemens there on the return for the Tigers. Make that a 1st and 10 at about the 36.
So Torrance Murray will be doing a lot of running tonight. Keyshawn Boyd not in the game here in the first round. Probably more of a precaution if you listen to the interview as they hand it off to Thomas. He's going to run around the outside on the far side. Spin move as he gets across the 50, across the 45 into Statesman territory, down at the 43. There's a 21-yard run there for... Oh, they're going to mark him at the 44.
Pushed him back a few. Nevertheless, it will be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers as they cross midfield into Statesman territory. 1st and 10 from the 44.
Thomas will go in motion, and they're going to hand this one off to Murray, who's going to run it up the right side. And looks like maybe a big hit there in that pile, but he gets down to the 40-yard line, so a gain of 4 for Murray. Keyshawn Boyd out. If you listen to the interview before the game with Coach Gibbs, there was going to be a game-time decision for Keyshawn Boyd, and it looks like the decision was made to keep him out just in case.
Probably a smart move, too, if you're this Tigers team. Want to keep him healthy for later playoff play.
Pittman will take the snap. He will hand it off. Running around the outside. That's enough for a first down. Down to the 30-yard line. He gets to the 29. Nope. They're going to mark him down at the 30. So that's 10 yards there for Murray. So Cape Central gets another first down. 1st and 10 from the 30.
And, of course, last week, Ryan, we saw a lot more action from Torrance Murray because of, as we talked about, the injury from Boyd. He had 2 touchdowns last week against Kennett, so that makes 3 total on the season for Torrance Murray.
Yeah, 8 carries, 121 yards. And they're going to fake the handoff. Pittman's going to keep it himself. He's to the 20, and he'll get knocked out of bounds. He gets upended almost, it looked like, out of bounds. But another first down for the Tigers as they get to the 17-yard line. So 13 yards for Declan Pittman.
Declan Pittman also had a very good week last week, Ryan. He had 2 touchdowns, 5 carries, 114 yards when they played Kennett. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers.
Pittman will put Thomas in motion, and they're going to fake the handoff. He will get wrapped around the ankle and brought down, but he does gain 2 to the 15-yard line. He has 15 yards now on the night on 2 carries.
And looking at Zaire Thomas's stats, he had a very big week last week with 3 touchdowns. That makes 13 total on the season for him. Zaire Thomas, leading rusher, right behind Boyd on the season.
2 receivers to the left side. Pittman will take the snap. He's going to give it to Murray. Murray will get it to the 14-yard line, just a gain of 1. And now he has 15 yards as well. It's 3rd and 7.
So they'll be faced with their very first 3rd down on this drive. So far we've seen all runs, and maybe they will air it out here as they're faced with the 3rd and 7.
2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Murray, the lone back in the backfield. Pittman takes the snap, throws to Murray. It's caught. Gets to the 10-yard line, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. At the 9, I think, is where they are going to mark him down. So it's 4th and 2. At this point, obviously, it's just basically a chip shot for Joey Charlton, but the Tigers are going to go ahead and go for it. Try and set the tone early, Chandler.
Why not? We do have pretty high expectations here for the Tigers in this one.
Pittman will take the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's got the 2 yards and more as he gets down to the 4-yard line from the 9. A nice 5-yard run for Declan Pittman. And that is a first down. It's 1st and goal from the 4.
So they will move the chains here. 1st and goal for the Tigers, looking to put some points up on the board. It would be their first points of the night here with 8:50 remaining in the first quarter.
2 receivers to the left. Pittman, it's a little high snap. He's going to give it to Murray. And Murray will get stopped at the 1-yard line. So he gains 3 and gets to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Looking at some of these receiving yards here, too, for the Tigers. Zaire Thomas with 11 receiving touchdowns on the season. He has the most, right? Paul Tran right behind him, and Keyshawn Boyd with 1. It is 2nd and goal for the Tigers.
And running it into the end zone is Torrance Murray for the touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Tigers are on the board early in the first quarter. 7:09 to go.
They will send Joey Charlton out to attempt this extra point, put them up 7.
Charlton will line it up. Paul Tran, the holder. And there he got him. Tran is very good at that. He gets those defensive linemen to jump across as he calls for the snap, but he's really hitting a hard count. And the line, trying to anticipate, jumps as soon as he calls for it.
We've seen them get the offside so many times this year because of the extra point attempt. So we'll try it again.
And the kick is good. Make it 7-0 here in the first quarter. Tigers off to a good start. I'm going to try to, like I said, set the tone early. They were able to get that first down. And now trying to put the stop on Webster Groves on defense. Get the ball back and put up some more points.
We'll tell you about Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coatings, the #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri. That is roofing by ReynoldsMo.com. The Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors, and Coatings broadcast booth. 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also, we have the audio for you up on YouTube this week. Cape Central Sports.
Due to Misha regulations, no video on YouTube this week. You have to video on Misha TV. That's a pay-per-view situation. So just the audio this week on YouTube. As Charlton kicks it away, and it's going to bounce and get into the end zone, which that was a shorter kick than we're used to seeing all the time. He usually kicks it straight into the end zone, but this time it took a one-hop. And it's a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Statesman 20-yard line.
So Cape comes into this game averaging 12 points by their opponents. This defense gives up about 12 points in a game. And it feels like, truly, it seems like it'd be less. But I guess when you factor in everything, especially the big loss to Jackson, that's just the way it is.
Quick throw over to the left side, and he's going to get wrapped up, and it looks like he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. As Will Travers, the quarterback for Webster Groves, he is got about a 58% completion rate on the year. He has 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards. And they're going to hand this one off, and he's going to get wrapped up in the backfield for a loss back to the 18-yard line.
I'll bring up a 3rd down here, 3rd and 12 from their own 18. Webster Groves has the ball.
Will Travers trying to get the play from the sideline, the play clock down to 12. He'll have to move some guys around. Take the snap, steps back to pass, looking downfield, pump fake to the right side, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to have to roll to his right. He'll throw, It's going to be complete, and that's a first down. He hits his receiver, Demetrius Bias Jr., and it'll be a first down for Webster Groves as they get it to the 32-yard line.
So we'll keep the drive alive here, Ryan. A little bit surprising. 1st and 10 now for the Statesmen.
It was a good job by Travers to extend the play.
Yeah.
He stayed in that pocket a really long time, too. He did a good job of avoiding the pressure, then rolling out to his right. And he didn't force anything either. It's not something you see all the time in a high school quarterback.
That's right.
Travers will take the snap. He's going to hand it off, running up through the middle. There was a huge hole. He's to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he gets tripped up, brought down from behind. A nice tackle there in an open field by JoJo Hamlin. That was a huge run for Saren Stymage?
Stymage. So we'll say that one.
Cerrone Stymage? We'll see. Stymage. A quick handoff. He breaks a tackle, but he's going to get wrapped up and brought down for a loss of 1. Stymage again with the ball. And it'll be 2nd and 11. Just now 4.5 left here in the first quarter.
Tigers with the early lead here, 7-0. There's the whistle.
Stymage will come off the field. I'm guessing that's what the whistle was about. Maybe his helmet was loose, something. I'm not sure. We've got 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And 1 man in the backfield for Webster Groves. Driver steps back, throws across, hits his man on the left side, and he's going to get wrapped up by a gang of Tigers, and he'll be brought down. I think that was Zane Meyer over there on the left side. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Last time this Stateman's offense had the ball, they were able to convert when they had the 3rd down. And we'll see what they can do here now, 3rd and 5. 3:30 left in the first quarter.
We've just got 1 receiver over here on the right side. That's Carl Whitehead. He's going to hand it off to Stymage, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 5.
And I wonder, Ryan, how good their kicker may be. Since that they're going to be keeping this offense on the field, though.
Well, they have 1 kicker, or I should say 1 guy who has kicked 2 field goals. Eli Weichel. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Even if you don't make it, you've set them up. Tigers up for bad field position to start their drive. Throws to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown for Webster Groves, and they are 1 point away from tying the game. It's 7-6.
That is a good way to really shock and stun this crowd here at Cape Central Tiger Stadium this evening, Ryan. They put together a very nice drive, lots of good things if you are a Statesman to feel good about coming into Cape Central Football Stadium here this evening. It's 7-6, and they're going to kick this extra point and see if they can tie it up.
Weichel with 15 extra points on the season, and that one gets up and through, and we are tied at 7 here in the first quarter. Webster Groves and Central tied with 2:32 to go in the first quarter.
So we will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. We have a tied ball game here in Cape, 7-7. I think that's going to be kind of shocking for a lot of Central fans here in the stadium this evening, and also for everybody out there watching or listening to us at home. typically you get to watch. But
typically you get to watch.
Got to follow the regulations this week now that it is district play. And
Poplar Bluff is currently up 7-0 over Farmington.
So there's that other game we get to monitor.
That one is the winner of that will be the opponent for the winner of this game.
Yes. So we'll be keeping you posted on that one as we go along here this evening. But tied ball game, 7-7 with 2:32 left in the first quarter. Tigers offense will get the ball back here and see if they can go back up as we have a tied ball game here at Cape Central Football High School this evening.
As the kick is away, it's going to be a shorter kick. This time caught about the 22, and he bobbled it. He's going to fall on top of it. As the Tigers will take over on their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Had a little bit better field position when they got the ball last time. So they will have a bit more of a distance to work with here if they want to go down and get 6 on the board. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 22.
Hand it off, big run up the middle. Now he's going to cut back towards the right side. Torrance Murray with a stiff arm, and he's finally knocked out of bounds. A huge run from the 22 all the way down to Webster Groves territory in the 41-yard line.
And got to give some credit here to Torrance Murray because he has really stepped up here in the last 2 weeks, filling in for Keyshawn Boyd on the injury and just stepping up. He had a great game last week, 2 touchdowns, several carries for over 100 yards, and here he is again with the big run. They're already into Statesman territory here on the 1st and 10. Ball on the 41.
Pittman will take the snap, and he's going to hand it off again to Murray. He's going to push forward, get across the 40 down to the 37. For a gain of 4. A big run for Murray, 39 yards.
Wow.
That's one way to get into enemy territory.
And we need something here because I think this crowd is a little bit shocked by that last drive that the Statesmen were able to put together.
Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. A receiver on each side, and they'll put Train in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Pittman will keep it. Fakes the pitch. He's going to run over a defender and get to the 32-yard line, which is just a yard shy of that first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
So far, we're seeing a lot of run game from the Tigers. Not a surprise, though, because that's something we've seen a lot of this season. 3rd and 1 from the 32.
Thomas will go in motion. Pittman will fake the handoff. He's going to keep it himself across the 30 to the 25 to the 20, running to the left side. And he was going to try to lower that shoulder to break through a tackle, but he's going to get a first down from the 32 all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 16.
Move the chains once again here for this Tigers offense, and time is continuing to tick away. We might get one more play off before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, down to 12 seconds already. Receiver on each side. Pittman takes the snap, hands it off. They're going to flip it to Thomas. Thomas is going to try to run around the left side now. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds as the clock expires. And he gets across the 15 down to the 12. So a nice gain of 4. And after 1, the Tigers and the Statesmen are tied at 7. We'll be back after this.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, start of the second quarter, game tied at 7. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as Pittman will take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Murray. He cuts it back to the left. He gets tripped up and falls forward. Looks like he's going to be maybe a yard shy of the first down. So a gain of 6.
Third and 1 here for the Tigers from the 7.
Pittman hands it off. Thomas dances around. And he gets enough for the first down as he gets across the 5 down to the, looks like the 3-yard line. So a gain of 4 for Zaire Thomas.
Thomas averages 13.9 yards per carry on the season.
That's nuts.
Wow. So in other words, he's getting a first down when he gets the ball. First and goal now from the 3. 11 left to go here before the half. We got a tied ball game. 7-7.
Paul Tran, the lone receiver out here to the right side. Handing it off, running it up the middle is Zaire Thomas. And I think he's going to be short at the goal line. Maybe the 1-yard line, gain of 2. So second and goal from the 1. Just a reminder, no video on YouTube if you're on YouTube right now. As a handoff to Thomas, he's going to go around the outside and dives and hits the pylon. Touchdown, Cape Central. As the Tigers take the lead back and now lead 13-7 here over Webster Groves. As I was saying, if you're on YouTube right now, no video, Misha regulations. Can't stream video on YouTube during the playoffs, from the district playoffs on. And you can do video, but it has to be on Misha TV, which requires a payment of $10 for each viewer. So it's just audio only here on YouTube this week. And we got another offsides penalty on Webster Groves.
Gets him every time.
Paul Tran got him again.
So they'll move a little bit closer to kick this extra point.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and accept it this time.
They don't always accept them either.
As the kick is up, and it's good. So 14-7, Tigers lead here in the second quarter. 10:09 to go before halftime. This is the district playoffs, first round. The number 2 Tigers against the number 7 Webster Grove Statesmen.
Let's tell you about Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings, the #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri, roofingbyreynoldsmo.com. So Tigers are first ones to put the points up on the board here. And the Statesmen went down, tied it up, and now we are back in front, 14-7. 10:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Maybe this time around the defense will come up with a stop. That's what we can hope for, because last time, got to say, the Statesman offense looked pretty good, Ryan. And
I agree, yeah.
It seemed like everything was clicking pretty well on that drive.
They're trying to bring it out as they'll get up near the 15-yard line. It's like maybe marked down at the 14 or 13. See where they actually place the football. Yeah, 14. So 1st and 10 from the 14, 10:01 to go. Put that man in motion again. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to run right into, well, I think he ran right into his own teammate. At least that's what it looked like from up here, which didn't help as the defense didn't fall for any of that trickery that the Statesmen were trying to pull there. And he did gain 2 yards, though. He got to the 16-yard line. That was Zane Meyer.
So they'll see what they can do here on a 2nd and 8 after the gain of 2.
Travers will put a man in motion. They have 2 receivers now on the right side, and they'll pull one back as he's going to roll to his right, looking to pass, looking downfield. Really nobody there. And the pass is going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8.
I think he might have caught that ball. It was just out of bounds. He didn't have foot in bounds to be able to make the grab.
Yeah, he dove for that ball on the sideline, and yeah, I think you're right. I think he did make the catch, but unfortunately, he was already out of bounds when he did make the catch.
Now 3rd and 8 after the incompletion. Ball on their own 16. We got 9:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Tigers lead it 14-7 over the Webster Groves Statement.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Travers back to pass. He's going to float one over to the far sideline. It's going to go out of bounds, incomplete, too far towards the sideline for Patrick Keegan. And the Statesmen are going to have to punt this one away.
And that is what we like to see, Ryan. A 3 and out this time after last drive. I don't know. I think could have been a little bit nervous seeing just how well the Statesmen were able to put together that drive. Lots of completions, a few big runs, and they tied it up. But now we're up by a touchdown. 14-7 is the score. 4th and 8 means they're going to have to punt this one back to the Tigers.
And game clock running down to 4. Punter trying to get everyone
better
hurried to the line, and they're not going to get it. They're going to have to, I think they got a false start, actually. Yep, a false start penalty. Didn't get the delay of game penalty. Someone on the line jumped, and that'll push them back to the 11-yard line. So he's going to have to punt from the end zone. And he got the punt away. It's going to roll and get picked up at about the 45. Bringing it over here to the near sideline, to the 30, to the 20. Flags come in into the end zone for a touchdown. Let's see what the flags are first before we celebrate too much up here, Chandler. As it looks like Aiden Dockery took it into the end zone, but I have a feeling this one's coming back.
Yeah, we got some flags out there, don't we? more than one.
And the offense blindside block is going to be the penalty call.
It was a great return.
It'll be a first down for the Tigers as the offense out there already setting up back by the 50-yard line as they are expecting the ball to be placed at the 47. So first and 10 from the 47.
Hey, still very good field position, though, for Central. In opponent's territory on the 1st and 10. See if they can add to this lead a little bit. They're up 14-7.
Pittman back to pass, steps up in the pocket, has to come back down. He's going to throw downfield, and that should be some pass interference, but no flag, as there was very clear contact there before the ball got to the receiver, who's Carter Armstrong, as he did not, that defender did not play the ball at all. He just jumped right into, I think that's Peter Dodson for Webster Groves.
And fans not happy about that call.
That one was out in the open.
Ooh.
Reminds me of the face mask penalty I saw a couple weeks ago during an NFL game.
Another time where they didn't
out
call
in
it.
the open.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers.
Pittman will hand it off. Murray cuts back towards the middle. He gets across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
They'll be faced with a 3rd down here, but again, pretty good field position. They got the ball in the Statesman's 43.
72 yards on the ground for Murray so far. But, of course, those are my stats, so they're not official, but they're pretty close. Pittman back to pass, throws across the middle. It's caught. That's enough for a first down. Oh, the ball was stolen away. And I don't... Yep, the ball's stolen away. It's not an interception, it's a takeaway. He made the catch at the first down marker. And I didn't even see it till he was starting to run away from the defender. Or sorry, from the receiver who turned into the defender. That was number 22, Julius Thompson, who came away with the takeaway. We'll have to find out if that is considered an interception or not. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down by the back side of his pants. Grabbing on and pulling him down. Good play by the Tiger defense. As that was, Chandler, do you know who that was?
That was Stymage that ran the ball.
I think it was Christian Murdoch maybe with the tackle.
Murdoch on the tackle. Loss of 4 on the play.
2nd and 14, 7:12 to go here in the first half. Back to pass. He'll throw over here to the right side. It's caught, and the ball comes out, and they're going to say incomplete as he didn't have enough possession long enough. As that was Carl Whitehead, the intended target. And the Tiger defense, I think, is ready to try to get their own takeaway, Chandler. They were coming in hard on that one. They were going to make sure that ball got knocked free if he made that catch.
And now it's 3rd and 14 from their own 34. 7:06 remaining, 2nd quarter.
Got just the one receiver on the right side as they're going to fake the handoff. Travers will throw, and it's going to be incomplete, knocked away by the Tiger defense. A good play there by a couple Tiger defenders. to knock it away and break up that pass to make it 4th down. And Webster Groves will have to punt it away. 6:59 left in the second quarter. Back-to-back drives where the Statesmen will have to punt it away back to the Tigers. As this one is a pretty good punt. It'll bounce at about the 35, rolling. And it'll be picked up, actually more like pounced on by Webster Groves at the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 19 for Cape Central.
Let's go ahead and tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Whether it's for a quick lunch or maybe you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's is the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964. Tigers get the ball back now after the interception. I guess we'll call that an interception. It seems like they just stole the ball right away.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and call it that.
And, of course, we also had the no call pass interference too. So we'll see what they can come away with here. 1st and 10.
3 receivers on the right side, throwing down the middle, and it's just a little too high for Zaire Thomas, as it did go through the defender's arms, but it ends up going through the arms of Zaire Thomas.
Thomas is the running back, but he's also had a very good season too as far as reception yards go. He's got 11 touchdowns in receptions on the season. That is Zaire Thomas, number 3 for this Cape Central offense. 2nd and 10 now after the incompletion.
Two receivers on the right side and 2 backs in the backfield. Pittman will hand it off to Murray. He'll get it up across the 20 to the 21, and that's where they'll mark his forward progress. And it's a gain of 2. So 3rd and 8 for Cape Central. See what they do here on 3rd down.
I think they might go back to the air. But as we know, this running team has been very, very strong all season long. Murray stepping in, and he's been pretty impressive here the last few quarters.
2 receivers to the right. Pittman back to pass. He'll throw. Murray with the reception. 1st down as he gets across. And he'll get knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Had to wait for the referees to get set. So a 12-yard reception for Murray.
And I don't have him with any other receptions on the year.
I don't think so, yeah.
So that might have been his very first. I think it was. 1st and 10.
He's got 2. He had both of them in this game.
Both of them in this game.
He had the first one for 5 yards, yeah. We're going to fake the handoff. Pittman will keep it himself. Finds a hole. Gets it across the 45. Brought down and marked down at the 47. The ball apparently came out, but it didn't really matter too much as they marked him down at the 47-yard line.
Just under 5 minutes left to go here before the half. Tigers lead at 14-7. 1st and 10 now from their own 47.
And he's going to try to throw it back to Thomas. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds, as a pass was not in front. It was a backwards pass. Trying to avoid the sack. Pittman tried to get it to Thomas and would have been considered a fumble, but it rolls out of bounds. So the Tigers have it back at the 39, and it's 2nd and 18.
And the Tigers catch a bit of a break there, Ryan. That could have been a lot worse than what it was.
Man, we got a whistle and a timeout by Cape Central. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back after this.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com. Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here, 2nd and 18. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. Thomas in motion. They'll hand it off to Thomas as he's going to avoid a tackler, run around the left side. Nice little break there and cuts it back towards the middle, gets across for the first down and across the 40 down to the 39. So a huge gain for the Tigers as he goes from one 39-yard line to the other. Oh, gets to the 40. So a 21-yard gain.
So it'll put them into Statesman's territory here, 1st and 10. Oh, no, Ryan, it does say 39 on the scoreboard over there.
Yeah, they just changed it.
Oh, there we go.
I was going to say the same thing, but hand off to Thomas as he runs around the right side and the near sideline down to the 20, and then he'll get out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Should be another 20-yard gain there for Thomas. Just that hesitation that he has when he runs towards one side. You know, he's still moving, but going slow at the same time. And I don't know how he turns it on so quickly, too, and just breaks free down the sideline like that.
And you can always tell it's him when he's got the ball.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
2 receivers on each side. They'll put Thomas in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Throws towards the end zone. Floats one over. Caught. Touchdown.
That's Paul Tran.
20-yard touchdown pass for the Tigers from Pittman to Paul Tran.
Make that Tran's 3rd touchdown on the season. 1st of the night. And now Joey Charlton will come on to attempt this extra point. We've seen some offsides in the last 2. Will they jump again here?
Nope, didn't jump that time. But the kick is good. And it's 21-7. 3:55 to go in the first half. The Tigers with some big plays on that drive, Chandler. A couple 20-yard runs there from Thomas. About a 15-yard run there for Pittman.
Yeah.
Pretty good chunks coming out of there. And then that 20-yard pass from Pittman to Tran for the touchdown.
Not a bad drive at all for this Tigers offense. So they're back up a little bit more comfortably now, 21-7 with 3:55 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Got to tell you about Strickland Engineering, mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. That is Strickland Engineering. They have you covered. For more information, find them online at stricklandengineering.com. We got a 14-point ball game now. Got to say, I was a little bit nervous when I saw the Statesman's first drive, but here we are now with a 14-point lead.
That kickoff goes right into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 from their own 20 for Webster Groves.
This defense really stepped up last time that they had the ball as they forced a 3-and-out. But we'll see what Webster Groves does this time around.
Webster Groves, they were going to want the football over on the, to them, the left hash, or the near hash for us. There's a snap and a quick throw over to the left side, and he'll get brought down across the 25 to the 26, so a gain of 6 for the Statesman. Travers, that quick throw over there to, I believe that was Demetrius Baez Jr.
Yeah, I know he's got a few already on the evening here for.
He had that big one in their first drive over here. And they're going to hand it off. He's able to slip through one tackle, but he gets grabbed by another defender, and then coming up from behind is the original defender he slipped away from to bring him down. For 3rd down, it's 3rd and 4. Warren Eanes, John Shelton in on the tackle. So 3rd and 4. Travers was looking to the sideline, and now he'll take the snap. Ooh, I don't know if that was a broken play or what, but a bad throw, and it's intercepted by the Tigers. Bringing the ball down.
That's Cole Geyser.
Is Cole Geyser. Geyser with the interception at the 47-yard line in their own territory. With 2:38 to go here in the second quarter, the Tigers have plenty of time to put some points up on the board.
That's right.
Before we go to the halftime locker room.
I got to give some credit to Cole Geyser. He's had a great year as a defensive back for this Tigers defense. And he comes up with the interception there after a bit of a miscue, it felt like.
Yeah, it felt like they
ran into the running back. And
maybe supposed to be a fake handoff, and the running back, like you said, ran right into him. Handoff to Thomas. He breaks over here to the 40, and he's just going to step out of bounds. Have you ever seen that before, Chandler? He gets to the near sideline and just kind of stops, and his defender stopped as well. So he kind of stopped, and let's see. Isaiah Salmon, he stopped. They looked at each other, and Thomas stepped out of bounds. Back to the interception. Travers looked like he ran into his running back.
Yeah.
Maybe it was supposed to be a fake, and they ran in miscommunication. And then the throw also was short, but it was also too far to his receiver's left, which was right into Cole Geyser's hands. They're going to hand this one off to Thomas. He cuts back across, breaks one tackle, but then he'll get wrapped up as he gets down to the 20-yard line. So that's a gain of 18.
And they'll move the chains again. And we were talking about it, I think it was last quarter, Ryan. You know, Thomas averaging 13.9 yards per carry. So, yeah, by that stat, he is getting a first down when he runs the ball. And no exception here tonight. 1st and 10, ball on the 20 for this Tigers offense.
Pittman will keep it. Now he's going to pitch it over to Murray. Murray breaks a tackle. He's going to try to get brought down, and now there's a flag that comes in as he got across the first down marker. And it might be on Webster Groves. Referee's coming over this way. Nope. Is a holding penalty on the Tigers? That's weird because he threw that flag in the area of Torrance Murray and his defender, and there was nobody really else there. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Still a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. They still got the first down. It's just 10 yards back from there. We'll basically keep it in the same exact spot. It's like the play didn't even happen. So a receiver on each side for the Tigers. As Pittman will take the snap, he's going to hand it off. Here comes Thomas around the outside, near sideline to the 10. Cuts back 5 into the end zone, touchdown. Wow. What a move by Zaire Thomas. As it looked like he was going to slow up and step out of bounds, and then he took a quick cut to the right, to his right, or his left, I should say, and just worked it right into the end zone, basically untouched.
And what a night he's already having, too. Every time they give him the ball, it seems. Zaire Thomas getting it into the end zone there. 27-7 is now your score. And we'll send Joey Charlton out to attempt the PAT.
And the kick is up. And it's good. 28-7. Tigers lead here over Webster Groves. First round district playoffs. A minute 26 to go before we hit the halftime locker room. And what a game so far for the Tigers. Webster Groves stuck with it early. It was 7-7, and now it's been 3 straight touchdowns.
Yeah, I've got to say, Ryan, I feel like after that very first drive by Webster Groves, I was thinking, wow, we might see some competition here tonight. A little bit nervous. You could tell just with the fans, too, after seeing that drive. It really kind of shocked and stunned everybody here in attendance. And ever since, the Tigers have been able to dominate early on here. We are not even at halftime yet, but we do have a comfortable 21-point lead in district play as we are taking on the Webster Groves Statesmen. And go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring online at stonemountaincarpet.biz.
Kick will bounce, and it's going to get into the end zone. As he thought about trying to take it, and then he realized, nope, I see a bunch of orange in my peripheral vision. That's the end zone. And he went ahead and let it bounce.
Both teams wearing orange tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, both teams orange and black. Thankfully, the Tigers wearing black jerseys and the Statesmen wearing white. It's not one of those weird color rush games you see in the NFL where both teams wear a certain color.
Don't know why they would do that. I always thought there was rules against that. Probably back in the day there was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of rule about that, but
things do change over time.
Back to pass, quick throw. It's caught, and he'll get to the 25 and across to the 27-yard line. That was Demetrius Baez Jr.
They're trying to hurry up here just a little bit as the clock keeps ticking. We're down to about 1:05.
Travers back to pass again. He'll throw, and it's caught. He'll step out of bounds. That is number 7, Patrick Keegan.
They'll stop the clock as they get out of bounds there. Smart play by the offense.
Yeah, got the first down and then stepped out.
They still do have all 3 timeouts remaining, Ryan, so if they want to go down and put some points on the board, they might have the chance to do it. Seems like a lot of times if you're watching college or the NFL, given a scenario like this, they will go down the field as the defense will play a little bit more in the prevent mode than what they typically would.
2 receivers on each side, and they put a man in motion. He sets up, and now he's going to bring another receiver over. As Travers will roll to his right, looking for somebody to throw it to. Quick throw, and that receiver was not ready for that at all as it hit his hand and fell down to the turf. It's almost like he didn't think the ball was going to come to him at all, just in general. That was Patrick Keegan, too.
So they try to hit him again, but no luck this time. 2nd and 10. 52 seconds remaining here in second quarter. Tigers lead at 28-7 over Webster Groves.
Travers steps back, looks downfield, pocket starting to collapse. He's going to roll to his left, throw pump fakes, and he's going to end up stepping out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So short of the first down marker by about 3 yards, so 3rd and 3. That play actually took longer than the last play, which it seemed like it should be flipped. It seemed like that last play took more time off the clock than this one, but this one took 9 seconds. The other one took off 6. Travers, quick throw, first down. It's complete by his junior. And, they're going to mark him at the first down marker, but he caught it. I thought he caught it a yard in front of there. And now they're going to measure it. Oh, no. Webster Groves is going to take a timeout. They're going to give them the first down, but Webster Groves will take a timeout. 37 seconds left here in the second quarter. If you're just joining us on YouTube, I've seen a few comments asking about video. No video tonight. It's just audio only due to MISHA regulations. They can't video a game on YouTube during district playoffs or state playoffs just in general unless it's on MISHA TV. And that is a pay-per-view video. So just the audio here for you on YouTube at Cape Central Sports. And Tigers 4 for 4 on offensive drives, 4 touchdowns, 28-7. It was 7-7 at one point.
Yes, it was.
It was 7-0, and then Webster Groves had a great drive, putting plays together, got down to the end zone, tied it up, and then the Tigers have scored 3 straight touchdowns with no answer from the Statesmen as they get ready to try to put some points up on the board before halftime, as they'll get the ball to start the second half. Travers rolls out, throws, and that's going to be a bounce pass to his receiver, and it's incomplete.
We'll see what this flag is.
It's going to be roughing the passer, which that's one of those penalties that you see in college pros and in this situation where was it really roughing the passer? Did he really hit him that late? It looked like he hit him right as he threw the ball, right as the ball got out of his hand, and he made some contact with the quarterback. But they're going to go ahead and call it anyway, and that'll move them forward all the way down to the 36-yard line in Tiger territory. So it's 1st and 10 with 31 seconds to go. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. As Travers will hand it off, and the ball, I think, popped out, but he was able to fall back on top of it, and that's a loss of, looks like 2 for Webster Groves, and they'll take their second timeout, as that was stymage for Webster Groves, who couldn't get much out of that one. I think maybe there was a problem with the handoff, Chandler.
Yeah.
It almost looked like as soon as he handed off, Travers kind of looked back towards his running back as he was going past him, almost like he didn't think he had it for a second.
Right, yeah. It seemed like maybe just a little miscommunication going on. It's resulting in a loss of 2 on the play, so they'll push it back to their own the 38 of the Tigers. And 27 seconds left to go here as they'll take their second timeout. They'll have one more remaining after this. And once again, they are putting together somewhat of a nice drive here. We talked about that earlier. It seems like when a team has the ball and they're driving down the field, there's little time left to go. I don't know, for whatever reason, they'll come away with points more times than not. I think if your team has the ball in this scenario, I think you would want to be on offense. You wouldn't want to be on defense here.
Right.
You want to be on offense because it seems like it just works out more times than it doesn't.
Travers back to pass. He's going to tuck it, and he's going to get swallowed up. Flag comes in way over here, back by the 24-yard line. 21 seconds to go. going to be a big loss for now. Back to the 42. A loss of 4, depending on what the penalty is. Holding on the Tigers. Way back at the 24-yard line, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. They moved the ball. It's still short. They're still short. It's 2nd and 2 with 21 seconds to go. 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Travers will take the snap. Quick throw. And that is complete. And now Webster Groves will have to burn their final timeout with 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter. They're desperately trying to get some points on the board here. Cut the lead in half, or sorry to say, cut the lead to 14. And then trying to get some points in the beginning of the third quarter as Webster Groves will receive the second half kickoff.
Let's go ahead and tell you about Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. It is the #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri. RoofingByReynoldsMo.com. 16 seconds left to go here before the half. We've seen a few penalties on this drive that have cost the Tigers. First, it was roughing the passer, then it's holding. And now the Statesmen have the ball at the 21. 1st and 10 for them. They're going to be out of timeouts here, so they're going to have to either get out of bounds or do something if they do want to come away with some points. 1st and 10 for Webster Groves.
2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. 1 back in the backfield. Travers takes the snap, steps back to pass. He's going to get rid of it. And it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers, and that is going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. It looked to me like a face mask, as a penalty flag is. I do see a flag on the turf. It looked like someone tried to pull him down by his face mask, as that was a big interception by Malachi Johnson for the Tigers. And a personal foul, the face mask on Webster Groves. That was another one of those kind of obvious penalties there, Chandler.
Yeah, that was.
You can see his head twist towards the back of his body. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Tigers. And the Tigers are going to take a timeout with 8 seconds. Go for the Hail Mary. What do you do, Chandler?
Well, yeah, I guess they're going to take the timeout to talk it over, and I would have thought they'd probably just come out and take a knee, but hey, yeah, maybe not. Maybe they'll try for 8 seconds. I mean, you could maybe do 1 short play and then 1 bigger play to the end zone. So, yeah, let's say they get it for a 15-yard gain, out of bounds quick. There's 3 seconds left, and then you can try for a Hail Mary right before halftime. I don't know. Maybe that's what the plan is here. We're taking the timeout to talk it over. 8 seconds left to go, though, here before halftime. It's 28-7. That is your score, as the Tigers lead at 28-7 here over the Statesmen.
Maybe hand it off and let Thomas throw a touchdown.
Well,
we've seen that a couple times. We've seen that once this year. We saw it, 2 or 3 times last year.
Pulled off the little flea flicker that time, and here it is, 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Pittman back to pass. Here comes the defense. He avoids the tackler, throws downfield, and it's going to be incomplete as he was knocked out of bounds. Probably should have been maybe a flag there, but the ball would have been, he would have had to really reach across and keep his feet planted to pull that one in. So probably ruled an uncatchable pass, considering it was so close to the sideline. So we'll go to the halftime locker room. The Tigers up 28-7 here over Webster Groves in the first round of the district playoffs. We'll be back after this.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper-lined granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School as the Tigers lead 28-7 here at the half over the Webster Grove Statesmen. And if you're on YouTube, no video. We've said it a couple times, but we want to say just kind of hammer it home in case some people didn't catch it the first time, or if you're just, joining us. No video on YouTube due to MISHA regulations. No video is allowed on YouTube. It has to be on their site through their their pay-per-view setup, and it's about $10. I think it's $10 to watch a game. So for this one, we're just doing audio on YouTube, no video. That way, you don't have to pay. You can just listen to us.
Yeah.
The same quality announcing you get every week
yes.
is just without a video this time. As we're at halftime in the first round of the district playoffs, as the Tigers up 28-7, like I said, and then on the other side, in one of the other games is Poplar Bluff and Farmington. And Poplar Bluff, actually, it looks like they just scored again. It's 35-21. Poplar Bluff leads in the second quarter. So that is going to be something to watch for.
Yes.
As the Tigers will play the winner I'm sorry. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game.
There you go.
As of right now, it'll be the Tigers. And as of right now, it looks like it's Poplar Bluff. So
yeah, and we were talking about it off the mic here just a minute ago. Who would we rather face? Probably Bluff instead of Farmington. So we'll just see how it goes. We've beaten both teams, but as far as that goes, well, Poplar Bluff might be a little bit easier of an opponent than Farmington would be. And we are up 21 here at the half. The score is 28-7. Tigers lead it.
So beat Poplar Bluff 49-6. Beat Farmington 54-14. So if you go by points, 43-point win against Poplar Bluff, just a 40-point win against Farmington. So if you go by that, I'd go with, we'd probably go Poplar Bluff just because we won by more.
And Farmington's a 5-4 team coming into tonight. Bluff is a 4-5 team. So overall, I'd say those two teams may be somewhat evenly matched. But just as far as who would we rather face, I guess it'd be Bluff. And it looks like that is probably who will be
It's a pretty good game, though. It was 28-21 last check before we just mentioned the score that they're up. They scored another touchdown.
Yeah.
And it's 35-21. And I think, that game is in Farmington. So Farmington at home against Poplar Bluff right now.
And that makes sense since they'd be the higher seed.
Yeah, and let's see if I can find the score of the other game. Whoops. It'd help if I can spell it right. Nope, doesn't look like anybody is. Nope, it doesn't look like anybody's keeping track of that score. At least on the app that I'm looking at, I don't see a score on there, so see if I can find it somewhere else, though. But, so that first half was pretty much, other than those first two drives, Tigers scored, then Webster Groves scored, and then after that, it's been all Tigers. They scored 3 straight touchdowns without an answer from the Statesmen. So the defense, I think, maybe a little shocked there in that first drive by Webster Groves, and they made the adjustments. The Tiger defense has made the adjustments and have not allowed any points since then. And really, besides that last drive there towards the end, before the interception, that was about as close as they had gotten to the end zone since that first drive.
That's true, because after that first drive from Webster Groves, I really sensed it, and I think a lot of other people did too. This could be a very, very competitive ball game. And after that, the defense stepped up. We came away with that big interception there, Cole Geyser on the Tigers defense. And ever since, just they've really been able to turn it around and dominate here in this one. Because early on, I don't know, I was a little bit nervous thinking, this could be a very, very tight ball game, but Tigers able to pull away here. 28-7 now is your score at the half. So lots to feel good about both offensively and defensively once again as a Tigers fan. And reminder for everybody, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also, you can listen to us on YouTube, and we've talked about that too. Just due to the MISHA regulations, we are not able to have the video stream up. So audio only. That's just part of it as we get into district play. But 8-1, that's the Tigers' record coming into this game. Only loss being to Jackson, the rival. And every other team we've played, Ryan, we've dominated every single game.
Yeah.
This one looking to be similar results as long as we can hold on to this lead and just keep on going with the offense. Zaire Thomas having a great game. How many yards do you have him
I have
for?
him at 133 yards.
Yeah. Seems like every time he gets the ball tonight, it's just an automatic first down.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it seems like.
But as we talked about on the season, 13.9 yards per carry. So using that statistic, well, he would typically get a first down if he's handed the ball. Also, a pretty good receiving yards, too, from Thomas. So that is your score at the half here, 28-7, as we get into district play from Cape Central High School.
Yeah, only 7 teams in that district. Or, sorry, 7 teams in this district. So Cardinal Ritter gets that first round bye. They'll play the winner of St. Mary's and Melville where the winner of this one will play the winner of Poplar Bluff and Farmington. And like we said, Farmington behind right now, 35-21 to Poplar Bluff. So just going by the current situation, it looks like it will be Tigers Poplar Bluff next week. The Tigers win, it'll be a home game for Cape Central. We won't go anywhere. We'll play here. So it doesn't really matter who wins that game between Poplar Bluff and Farmington. We'll be right back here again next week. So the only game we'll have to go on the road for would be for the district championship. If the Cardinal Ritter Lions make it to the championship and the Tigers make it there as well, we'll have to go to Cardinal Ritter. So
we gotta hope that in the extreme rare event that somebody just knocks them off. I don't look for that to happen, and I don't think anybody really does. But Cardinal Ritter, and is it 6? Do they have 6 D1 commits on that team?
At least.
At
it's
least.
Probably more than that by now.
It might be at this point in the season.
Well, I take it back. It is more. It's at least 7 now. I saw earlier today that someone from Cardinal Ritter committed to Missouri State, which is Division I football, because next year they're actually going up to FBS.
We talked about that last week, didn't we?
That's a bigger signing than it would have been had he signed last year. Had he been a senior last year, signed for Missouri State, because now he's going FBS school and not FCS.
And Missouri State, that's a team that you wouldn't typically think to be moving up.
Yeah.
But every few years they'll have teams like that. This year it was Kennesaw State that moved up from FCS to FBS play.
And they finally got that first win 2 weeks ago. They beat Liberty.
Yeah.
And Liberty was undefeated.
Hey, yeah, Liberty has been known to be pretty good in the last few years. Was it Oregon that they played last year in the bowl game? They got smoked. But,
yeah, I think it was Oregon.
But Oregon, they played them, and just the fact that they could get to a bowl game of that caliber for a team like that, it really says something.
Well, I know they were talking about it last year that, since this year the playoffs have expanded, last year they were talking about how they could have been in the playoffs.
Yes.
At an expanded playoff last year already at that point, but I think losing to Kennesaw State might have just taken away any hope that they had to get into a playoff game.
Takes them out of that conversation just a little bit. And it seems like you had mentioned last week too, Ryan, as far as Missouri State goes, they're going to be taking on USC next year.
Yeah, that's USC's home opener.
Wow.
From what I saw, is they're going to play Missouri State, so
that'll be a tough one.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something for them.
Very first game they move up to FBS play, and they got to take on a big powerhouse like USC. Speaking of some college football, we got a few big games tomorrow. I think the biggest of them all being Penn State and Ohio State. It's going to be a morning game, though, 11 a.m. kickoff. I would have thought it'd be at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, what the heck happened there?
I'd assume that that's where game day will be played at, but it's going to be a home game for Nittany Lions. And other big matchups tomorrow. You got Pittsburgh and SMU. SMU's a 7-1 team, and Pittsburgh is still undefeated. Did you know that, Ryan?
I did not know that.
They are undefeated, 7-0. That's 2 ACC
Man.
schools now that SMU has
that's right.
moved over to the Atlantic Coast Conference.
It's been a while since Pittsburgh was undefeated.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened recently.
I'm thinking Larry Fitzgerald might have been at Pitt the last time they were undefeated, and Fitzgerald retired from the NFL a few years ago, so it's been quite a while.
Saw somebody last week when I was at the SEMO football game, had a Larry Fitzgerald jersey on, sitting a few rows in front of me. But when was the last time that Pittsburgh went undefeated?
Like completely end of the year undefeated?
To this point.
To this point.
In college football. They are 7-0 for the first time since 1982.
Okay, so they weren't even undefeated then when Fitzgerald was there.
No, but you know,
at least not 7-0.
You know who the quarterback was for them?
What year was it?
In 1982.
1982, Pittsburgh. Yeah, I got nothing.
One of the all-time greats.
Oh. Joe Montana?
Dan Marino.
Oh, I was close. It was that same era. Dan
Yes.
Marino. I always forget. Yeah, he went to Pittsburgh. Where did Joe Montana go to school?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you with the older guys. That was long before my time of watching.
Oh, he went to Notre Dame. That's right. I knew that.
Okay.
He was, yeah. He may have been the last. Thinking about it, he may have been the last good pro quarterback from Notre Dame.
Ooh. Is that right?
Because they've had quarterbacks go to the pros from Notre Dame, but I don't think any of them have been very successful in their college careers, especially Joe Montana level. It's kind of like Ohio State. They always have good quarterbacks, and
Yeah, you can't hardly say that anymore, though, can you?
That's true. Well, I don't know. It's hard. Justin Fields is.
I know, Justin Fields and C.J. Stroud both.
Yeah, Stroud. That's true.
So I'd
Stroud
say like
has
2
taken
years
over,
ago
yeah.
for sure. You
Yeah.
could definitely make that case.
Stroud finally kind of broke that streak, I think.
I think so. I think that
for an Ohio State.
That's two very good quarterbacks there now, especially with Stroud.
Yeah.
In the NFL, but yeah, you look at some of the other quarterbacks they had, like J.T. Barrett.
I don't know what he's doing.
I think he was on the Saints for a very brief time,
Yeah.
and then you never heard from him again. And so there's been a few names like that just didn't really amount to much once they got into the pros. But yeah, C.J. Stroud, I like him too.
Yeah, he seems like he's a really good person.
He is just a good down-to-earth guy. But yeah, that's a few college matchups we got tomorrow.
Tennessee plays Kentucky.
Okay. Well, they better handle them.
It's going to be the dark mode game for Tennessee. They want to wear their black jerseys. They actually put a really cool video on social media where it kind of ties into the Venom movie without actually mentioning that it's Venom. The guy standing in the locker room, and then the Venom symbiote attaches itself to his leg and crawls up and turns the jersey black and everything. It's actually really neat.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you when we get a chance.
Yeah, I've seen those dark uniforms that they wear. I always think that's a good look with the Volunteers.
Yeah, they do. Since Halloween was yesterday, they're kind of trying to do that too, and the fact that it's a night game tomorrow night, against Kentucky, helps play into that. So,
keeping with the theme.
Yeah, there are some teams that get black jerseys and they don't work, and then there are teams that get black jerseys, and it's like, yeah, that's a good look right there. Remember when Ohio State tried black there for a while?
Yeah, I don't know if I do.
Yeah, exactly, because it didn't last very long. They weren't very popular. I also remember they tried the silver jerseys instead, and that didn't last. I think that was just a 1-year thing for them too.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I'm pretty sure, and I think Michigan tried yellow, and it didn't go over well. Because Michigan is one of those where you wear blue and you wear white, with the yellow on it. But there's no yellow and blue. It's got to be blue and yellow.
And it was just like a straight up.
It was a yellow jersey. It was basically just reversed. It was yellow with the blue stripes instead. And I can't remember. I may just be making that up.
Yeah.
Yep, there they are. Yeah. It wasn't popular in Michigan. Yeah, the yellow pants didn't help either.
Wonder what year that would have been.
I can't remember what. I think it was in the 2010s, teens, whatever you want to call it. That was the year it seemed like a lot of teams were trying different stuff. Because I know at one point Notre Dame had added a green jersey too.
Yeah,
to go along with.
Now, do they not do that anymore?
I don't know. It seems like every year they kind of try it again, and then they don't. They take off for a year, and then they try it again.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a terrible look.
Yeah, they've also changed the color of green that they've used too at different times.
Right.
One, it was a really kind of a darker green, and then they kind of lightened it up some another year. This year, I think they may have worn them already. They've got some kind of Gothic type jersey that they're wearing this year. I think they're playing in New York. They're playing a game in New York, and I think they're called the Gotham jerseys is what they're calling them, I think. Yeah, I'd have to check on that one too. But
so how about this? Who do you think, which college team do you think has the most jersey combinations out there? I think it's got to be
it's got to be Oregon.
Yeah. Got to be Oregon. They come out with something different almost every week, it seems like.
Yeah, there they are. Gotham. The Gotham jerseys. The numbers kind of have a...
I can't say I'm a fan of that.
Like an older, pointed kind of thing, but the actual jerseys are a little bit different. As... Well, I had a picture for it. You can see there, they're actual, like, gold, shiny gold numbers instead of just the gold color. But, yeah.
Yeah, they're probably better off doing it without that, if you ask me. But.
Yeah, that's more like what they're going to be wearing. I don't know. The design of the numbers and stuff, not necessarily bad, but I think it's just the way the jersey looks otherwise just doesn't sit right.
Not to me.
It just doesn't feel right.
But we all like different things, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's what they're going to go with at one point, I guess. So
I would say my favorite in the NFL is the Buccaneers, their old throwbacks.
They wore those.
70s, the creamsicles. Yeah, they wore those.
They wore those against the Broncos last week.
And I was hoping that they would have won.
No, they didn't.
And they didn't.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, and I like the Broncos old ones that they wear too sometimes.
What do they call it? Just the classic throwback, I think is what because they all have names for them now. You know what I mean? It's not just a throwback jersey. It's something
There's names
else.
for them and everything.
Because like the Buccaneers, I think they literally call them the creamsicle jerseys now. They don't shy away from the color.
And they weren't wearing those for a while. They had gone away from it.
With those for a while, yeah.
But now they've brought them back, and I think that's cool, just to almost honor just the tradition of football.
And my favorite thing too about that, the Broncos did it and the Buccaneers did it. I'm not sure if the Seahawks did it when they wore their 90s throwbacks, but they changed the paint and the designs on the field to match the throwbacks.
Yeah.
So the Buccaneers had the helmet with the Buccaneer in the middle, with the knife in his mouth.
I noticed that too.
At midfield. And the Broncos had the D with the Bronco in it at midfield. And I didn't pay too close attention. Well, and the other thing is, too, the Broncos cheerleaders, their uniforms really haven't changed much. But I noticed last week when the Buccaneers were playing, their cheerleaders were dressed like the old cheerleaders. They had like that kind of female Buccaneer look with the headband and everything. It was actually pretty neat. So I like that a lot of teams are not only going to throwbacks, but also like everything feeds into it.
Yeah.
You kind of throw
it's
everything.
Like the whole theme.
Everything gets thrown back, yeah. I really like, too, when the scoreboards on the TV for the channels use the old logo.
Oh.
And replace the current logo with the old logo in the scoreboard.
That is cool.
I like when they really commit. Because they did that once, I know for sure, last year when the Eagles wore their green jerseys, not the teal, but the green from like the 80s. They put the
Seahawks.
They put that eagle right there in the... No, I'm talking about last year.
Oh, last year.
When the Eagles wore the green, the Kelly green.
Oh, yeah.
They put that eagle on the scoreboard, the big flying eagle instead of the head.
I don't mind that look either. I kind of like that look
one
from the Philadelphia Eagles.
I do. I also kind of like, too, that they really didn't change too much. When they updated their colors and changed the logo, the jersey, the helmet stayed the same, basically.
Yeah.
It's just the colors changed. They cut the wings on it, which there's really no better look than those wings on the helmet for the Eagles.
Riding the storm out, but I don't think there's any storms, at least that I know of.
Well,
I hope not.
If you're Webster Groves, you're going to have to ride out this storm. The Tiger defense has been pouring on here.
Yeah, no rain in the forecast.
Good. Yeah, it rained yesterday.
It did.
Definitely cooled everything off a little bit. Definitely cooler tonight than it had been.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's November now. It's time for some cooler weather.
Yeah.
Been wearing shorts a lot this week.
October, that's okay. You can still kind of fluctuate some. But yeah, I guess when you get to the beginning of November now, 50s, and then it can start getting colder.
But before we know it, it's going to be way, way too cold.
Exactly. And I think, too, once Christmas is over, it can warm up again.
Yes.
Because I think that's the only thing. Christmas can be cold. It needs to be cold. It needs to have snow. And then when that's over, back to the 70s. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tired of sticking with the 30s now.
I know.
We're just waiting here for that clock to finish running down as the Tigers are already set up and ready to kick this one away. Just waiting for Webster Groves to make their way back out onto the field. As that's one thing, too, we can talk about here just real quick, is that clock. They always add those 3 minutes onto the clock at halftime for the teams. And
every time, right?
Yeah, every time. And it's always just one thing I always try to figure out, like, why not just make the halftime 17 minutes, and then when you add the 3, and then you get your 20-minute halftime.
Right.
I don't know.
It would make sense to do it that way.
That's the problem.
Hey, we're not in charge of the scoreboard. We're just here to call the game.
That kick is going to be caught at about the 8-yard line. He'll bring it out to the 20. And he looks like he broke maybe one tackle to get down to the 23-yard line. 24-yard line. Let's see here. Yep, 1st and 10 from the 24. So Travers will try to get things started here for Webster Groves in the second half, and a quick handoff. He'll get down to the 30-yard line. We'll bring up second down, 2nd and 4. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. As Travers has a man in the backfield, just a lone back. And Stymage. And he's going to hand it off to him. Here comes the defense. He tries to break the tackle, but he's going to get brought down for a loss. Back to the original, almost to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him down at the 25. So it's going to be 3rd and 9.
All right, got to see if this Tigers defense can come up with a stop here, force the 3 and out, and get the ball back on offense here. 3rd and 9. Their own 25.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Someone new in the backfield this time. As Travers will step back to pass. Looks to his left. He's going to have to roll to his left. And a flag comes in. That's going to be a penalty on Webster Groves as he is brought down for a loss. Back behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like a loss of 4, maybe 3. Should bring up 4th and 13, 4th and 14. And the penalty is on Webster Groves, and that's declined, so it will be 4th down.
So there's 3 and out here for this Statesman's offense.
Holding penalty there on the Webster Groves Statesman as he tried to keep him from getting to the quarterback and held on just a little too long right in front of that referee. The punt, pretty good punt. It's going to bounce about the 47. It's going to roll and then take a little bit of an extra bounce in favor of Webster Groves, and they'll pick it up at the 43-yard line in Tiger territory.
So this Tigers team really getting to pull away here. So we got 28-7. That is your score. 10:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It was close early on, but Tigers seem to really be dominating here lately. 3rd quarter, 10:08. 1st and 10, ball on their own 43.
And a handoff, he'll get it up the middle. Brought down at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. 48, gain of 5.
Zaire Thomas.
They're going to say, on the 47, so a gain of 4. Handoff, Thomas trying to run around the outside. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. Back at the 46-yard line. A loss of 1.
Give it back to Thomas again. This time he'll lose a yard. Bring up a 3rd and 8. This Tigers offense. 9:15 left to go here in the third quarter. 21-point lead. Your score is 28-7. Tigers defeating the Webster Groves Statesmen.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pittman back to pass. Flush from the pocket. Trying to get away from the defense. He's going to throw, and it's almost caught over on the far sideline. It's going to be incomplete for 4th down. Yeah, to get rid of that one before the defense brought him down in the backfield for a loss. As he almost got it to Thomas. It was just a little too far out in front of Thomas for him to make the catch.
Yeah, he was feeling the pressure of that defense, and he just had to get the ball away. So they'll go 3 and out. They're going to have to punt the ball back now.
So 2 quick punts here to start the second half. Garrett Snyder will punt this one away. High snap. He's able to get it down. Here comes the defense, and he's going to have to just hold on to it and take the tackle for a loss. And the Statesman will take over at the 32-yard line in Tiger territory. And it's just a little too high. Snyder's tall, but he's not that tall. He still had to leap up to get it down and tip it with his fingers. He did the best he could, as he did get a couple yards back after having to corral the football. So better than what it could have been. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32.
So Webster Grove is going to have pretty good field position here if they want to get some more points on the board, cut into this lead a little bit.
Back to throw. Travers throws, and it's complete on the far sideline as he finds Baez Jr. He needs to turn around. It's not Baez.
That was
Jr.
Carl Whitehead.
Yeah, Whitehead.
It'll be good for a 1st down. Move the chains now up to the 17 for the Statesmen.
Play clock down to 8. Travers takes the snap, hands it off. Stymage running it up the middle, and he'll get brought down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd and 2.
Gavin Pittman there on the tackle for this Tigers defense. So I'll put the ball down now to about the 9.
Now, Webster Groves are just running clock. They snap it again with 8 on the play clock, and he hits the line, and he will get nowhere. They're going to mark him down at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
Defense read that play very, very well.
And Stymage tried to just run it right up the middle, which isn't a good choice against the Tiger defense.
No. And I will say it might have worked for him the play before that, he was able to get a gain of 8, but
yeah, 2 in a row, not a good idea.
They go back to the exact same looking play, and the Tigers defense was ready for it that time. 3rd and 2 now for Webster Groves.
Got the one receiver that he pulls in a little bit on the far right side. And he'll take the snap, fake the handoff. He's going to roll. Throws towards the end zone and out of bounds as it goes too far. First of all, too high for his receiver, and then too far into the back of the end zone. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 2. And at this point, you're going to have to go for it, Chandler.
Got to go for it.
You're putting up points just at will. And it's 6:45 to go in the third. You're running low on time.
Yeah. You're at a point where a field goal will not do. You're looking for the touchdown here.
He's going to take the snap, hand it off, and he gets hit right behind the line of scrimmage. They will turn it over as he got brought down at the 11-yard line. So a loss of 2 puts it in the Tiger hands of the offense. 1st and 10. 6:42 to go, third quarter.
So how about that? Stymage there. They can give it to him once again. Tigers defense reads the play so well, and they'll get the ball back now on offense. Let's go ahead and tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpet.biz.
2 receivers to the right side. Pittman will take the snap, hand it off. Running it up the middle is Murray. He hits that defender, and he falls forward with him. So nice gain there. Gets him to the 17-yard line. Gain of 7. Pittman will take the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Murray again. He'll run it up the middle, then over to the right side as he'll get across for the first down. Gets it down to the 22.
Murray really stepping up here in the last 2 weeks for this Tigers offense with Keyshawn Boyd being injured. Hopefully we'll get to see him come back. We're going to need him here in a few weeks, but it's Torrance Murray. And this Tigers offensive first down here, moving the chains. Now ball in their own 22.
Hand it off to Thomas. He's going to run around the outside on the right side. Down the sideline. Breaking free. Nobody there now as he was out in front of the tackle. He's going to just jog it into the end zone for the touchdown. And that adds 6 more for Cape Central, and they now lead 34-7 here in the third quarter. 5:24 to go as he goes from the 22-yard line into the end zone. Chandler,
what a big play by Zaire Thomas, and he's having a great game this evening. He's racking up so many yards on the ground.
It's over 200 now.
Wow. Charlton will come on now for the extra point attempt.
Kick is up. And it's good. 35-7. Tigers lead. 5:24 to go here in the third quarter. The first round of the district playoffs, Class 5, District 1.
So let's go ahead and tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Rosati's Pizza, feeding the people since 1964. For a quick lunch, maybe you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's Pizza, the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. Rosati's Pizza, proudly serving this area for 60 years. Proud sponsors also of Cape Central football here on 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also have the audio stream for you this week. We do not have the video due to our regulations that we have to follow now that it is district play. But you can go over there on YouTube and follow along there as well. Get to listen to his call this game. It's 35-7. That's your score. 5:24 left in the third quarter. After another big Zaire Thomas touchdown for Central.
Caught it about the 4. He's going to try to bring it out here. Out to the 20. And he may have gotten to the 20. No, he did not get to the 25. He gets to the 22-yard line. Or maybe he did get to the 25. They are going to mark him at the 25. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25.
So we're talking about Zaire Thomas here, Ryan, and just looking at some of his past performances. The biggest game he's had all season long was against St. Dominic. He ran for 292 yards, 4 touchdowns in that game. He could be on pace, though, to outdo that one. We will just have to see if they keep him in this game as they lead it big.
A handoff, trying to run around the left side, and he will gain maybe just a yard or 2. We'll bring up 2nd and long, 2nd and 9. And Thomas 214 so far on the ground.
So yeah, he could break that record here. But as I said, as they have a 28-point lead over Statesman, I don't know if they're going to keep him in there much longer. We'll just have to see.
Travers will hand it off, running it up the left side. He hits that defender. You could hear that from here. I don't know if you could hear it on your radio or on the computer if you're watching on YouTube, but there was a nice popping noise there as he hit that defender and gained the 1st down. They collided hard.
Yeah. Warren Eanes on this Tigers defense. Big tackle. But it will be good for a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 35. We got 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Your Tigers lead at 35-7 over Webster Groves.
Daniel Madison in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him. They'll gain about 2, maybe 3. It looks like just 2 to the 37-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd and 8. Madison with a touchdown on the season. He averages 3.3 yards a carry.
And Eanes once again bringing him down. So back-to-back their tackles from Warren Eanes on this Tigers defense.
Gonna fake the handoff. Travers rolling to his right, throws wide open, and he can't hold on to the football. Incomplete pass, Demetrius Baez Jr. He was wide open, and it hit him right in the hands, and he drops it as he turns to go upfield.
It's one of those catches you would make almost every single time, but you see the pros do it too.
Yeah.
Just wide open.
And even in that situation, it almost didn't look like he was turning too early. It was in his hands, and then he started the turn, and it fell. So he just didn't have a good grip on it.
Just couldn't quite rein that one in. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for Webster Groves now.
Travers is going to pass again on 3rd down. This time it is caught over on the far sideline. That is 13, Carl Whitehead. He gets a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
So move those chains again as Tigers are making a few substitutions out there.
3:04 to go in the 3rd. I have a feeling we'll probably see more of the 2nd string coming to the game here as the clock continues to wind down.
At this point, it would make sense.
And we get a whistle. They didn't really blow the whistle early enough. I think one man blew his whistle, one referee. And the play continued to go with everyone but the quarterback. And it's a false start on Webster. He said false start on the Tigers. I think he means offsides. There you go. Nope, he just pointed the wrong way. False start on Webster Groves. I was going to say, he signaled false start and then pointed to the Tiger defense, and I thought, I don't think that's how that works. It's supposed to be offsides.
Yeah.
But yeah, the orange and black, it finally got to him. 3 quarters, that's not bad. It took him 3 quarters for it to finally get to the referees. Quick throw caught by Baez Jr. And he's going to get wrapped up and brought down. He gained a few yards back, but it's still going to be 2nd and long. Looks like 2nd and 13.
Yeah, about a gain of 2 before they wrap him up. And yeah, he won't get back to that line. 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to tick away here. They're taking a lot of time.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry.
They're really not.
To get back to the line here. Play clock down to 12. Travers finally comes set. Sets a man. Well, he doesn't actually put him in too much motion, just pulls him in a little. Quick throw, and that's going to be incomplete. I thought he had it for a second. He may have, but it falls out incomplete out of his hands. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Seems like
might have been Baez Jr.
That was him. So they'll have a 3rd and 13 from their own 42.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. As Travers takes the snap, he's going to hand it off, and he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage by the defense. As that was Daniel Madison. That's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 13. 3rd quarter, and it looks like they're actually going to go for it here, Chandler.
Oh.
Which is surprising because even if they do get the Tigers to jump, it's only going to be 5 yards, and that's not going to give them a 1st down.
Not the best field position to go for it. Nevertheless, they will.
In their own territory, in their own 42. Travers throws. He's got a man open, and oh my gosh, a one-handed catch. He's able to grab it and then bring it in. And now a flag comes in as I don't think that was actually intentional. He did kind of bring him down in out-of-bounds territory there for the defense. But he laying on the turf, and I think the receiver tripped over him. And they're going to call a personal foul on the Tigers. And so that'll give the Statesmen some extra yards. But what a catch there by Carl Whitehead. He reached up, got it with one hand, was able to bring it in and keep a hold of it as he went out of bounds for the 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 after the penalty at the 22-yard line.
That's like Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
out there.
Exactly.
The one-handed grab. So that'll set them up very nicely here. 1st and 10.
And they're going to hand it off, and he will hit the defense, but his defender did not give up or give in, and wrapped him up, spun him around, and threw him down to the turf. As we're down to a minute here in the 3rd quarter.
Quarter is going by pretty quickly as the Statesmen taking lots of time off this clock, Ryan. They're not in really any hurry at all.
2nd and 8. 40 seconds, 15 on the play clock. And they'll fake the handoff. Travers looks to throw, pump fakes, pulls it down. He's going to try to run it himself now, and he will get hit and brought down across the 15-yard line. It's not enough for a 1st down, but it does make it 3rd and short. And it looks like 3rd and a yard with 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. I doubt Webster Groves goes for another play. 7 seconds. They're going to try to line up, and I don't think they're going to get lined up in time. And they're not. They're realized how much time was left, and then some of the offensive linemen started to walk back towards the sideline. So after 3 quarters, the Tigers lead 35-7 here over Webster Groves, as the winner will move on to the semifinal round of the district playoffs, and we'll take on the winner of Farmington Poplar Bluff, as we're just 12 minutes away from deciding that game between these two teams. And when we come back, we'll give you an update on that other game between Poplar Bluff and Farmington. We'll be back after this.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here, fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go before we decide who moves on here in the district playoffs. Poplar Bluff is up 41-21. Travers will keep it himself. He gets the first down as he gets down to the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 10. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen, as Cape Central leading 35-7. A big 78-yard touchdown run by Zaire Thomas to extend the lead there in the third quarter. We're up 28-7 at half, and only one touchdown so far here in the second half. That third quarter went by pretty quickly, Chandler.
It really did. It really, really did.
Handoff to Madison. He gets wrapped up, breaks one tackle, breaks another. But he's not going to be able to break that one as he gets brought down for a loss of 5 back to the 15-yard line. Second and goal from the 15.
Part of the reason why the third quarter went by so quickly was just because of how much time Webster Groves has been taking off this clock. They find themselves trailing here by 28 points, yet there's really not any urgency on this offense to get down the field. Even though they're in pretty good field position now, they're just taking so much time to really get down there and do so.
Travers' quick throw to Baez Jr. He makes the catch, and he will be stopped shy of the original line of scrimmage. As they get to the 11-yard line, it'll be third and goal from the 11. Baez Jr. has had some good plays. He's also had some bad ones. There's been a couple of times where he hasn't caught the football. A couple of them he caught and dropped.
The big one there in the last quarter that we had where he was just wide open and couldn't bring it in. 3rd and 11 now.
Travers gets the snap. He's going to pitch it off to Madison, and that's not going to work against the Tiger defense as the whistle will blow. And a flag will come in. Another flag comes in. And these probably are going to be offset penalties, maybe. There might be one on each.
We're going to get a unsportsmanlike conduct? Or?
Let's see what the referees call here. So at least one of them will be on the Tigers. And well, now I don't know what we're doing. Okay, so it's personal foul on the Tigers. It's still 4th down. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 9. Well, the Tigers are going to try, the Statesmen going to try to put up some points here. They're 9 yards out from the end zone. 4th down, though, Chandler. If they don't get it, it may be the ball game.
It's been a long, long drive for them.
Back to throw. Throws to the corner, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone, but it's incomplete, and that'll be a turnover. The Tigers will take over on their own 9-yard line, and now that win percent chance now is probably in the 90s. And if they can get the ball up near the 50-yard line, I think that chance is going to just keep creeping up closer to the 100% chance.
I think so, Ryan. I think this game is pretty well all but over at this point. Looks like we do still have Murray out there in the backfield, and we also have Zaire Thomas as well. So those guys are still in the game. 9:42 left in this one.
Pittman back to throw. He's going to throw to Armstrong, who's wide open. Caught at the 40, to the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Cape Central. And it's 41-7. Going to get that clock running, Chandler, as Pittman throws a 91-yard touchdown pass to Carter Armstrong.
So that'll get the turbo clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. 41-7 now, your score. And Carter Armstrong. Big reception there for him. They'll send Charlton out to kick the extra point. And then after that, this clock will start running.
We're missing a player on the Webster Groves side of the defense. I'm not sure. I think maybe we have an injured player. It looks like they may be helping him walk towards the sideline. Yeah, here comes the trainers from the Webster Grove sideline. He is walking without a limp, so maybe it's an upper body injury.
So they help him off the field.
9:25 left here in the fourth. 41-7. Joey Charlton lining up the extra point. And it's up. And it's good. 42-7, 35-point lead for the Tigers. As now we just wait for that kickoff to get that clock running again. 35-point lead. And that percentage that I was talking about earlier, Chandler, you see that? That's something that you see on a lot of the TV broadcasts. They put it up in the corner sometimes, especially when it's playoffs. You see it a lot during the baseball games. And then, it always will fluctuate. But now I think we're at that point where it's not going to really fluctuate backwards at any point.
Yeah, I say if we had like an ESPN box score for this one, it'd be a 99.9.
I'm not sure, who figures those things out for those scoreboards, but we'll need one of those. We'll get Paul to do it. He's not doing anything tonight, right?
Sure, Paul's enjoying a nice Friday night at home. Got to say thanks to Anthony back at the station, running the board for us as he does every week. We always appreciate him running these games for us.
Big kickoff by Charlton, caught at the 2-yard line. He's going to work his way out. Now he cuts back towards the far sideline. He breaks one tackle, but he's going to get brought down. And he'll be brought down at the 16-yard line. Chandler probably should have just let it fall into the end zone.
You'd think that at this point in the game, they would have maybe caught on.
Take the yards that you're going to get for free and not run any. Well, the clock's going to run anyway, but had it not been a 35-point lead now, save time by just letting it fall into the end zone.
Well, that clock is running. We got 8:45 left to go in the ball game. 42-7 as they'll get a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 18. Webster Grove football.
Well, they marked him at the 18. That's further than I thought he got. Travers pump fake. Rolls to his right. Throws. Caught at the 40. He made one man miss. Breaks a tackle. Spinning around, he'll get brought down out of bounds for a big first down for Webster Groves. And I'm trying to see what number he is to tell you who just made that catch. It almost looks like Zane Meyer. I think that was number 10, Zane Meyer. Yeah, big play there for the Statesman, and Zane Meyer made one man miss, was able to break a tackle, and then finally got brought down in Tiger territory at the 43-yard line.
That's about a gain of about 40 plus. 1st and 10.
Going to hand that off to Madison, who will gain a few yards. Let's see where they mark him. Looks like maybe the 40. So gain of 3. Nope, they're going to mark him. Yep, that's 40. Nope, 39. He just kept stepping back and forth between the 39 and the 40. I think he couldn't decide.
Didn't know where they wanted to place it for sure.
So it was 2nd and 6. It was kind of a low snap, but he's able to get it off to Madison. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's got enough for a first down as he gets across the 30 to the 29.
Now the Tigers will send in some more substitutions here late. Clock continues running now. 6:50 left to go. 42-7 is your score. And I will say, you got to hand it to this offense. I will say, it seems like there's some potential here for sure, especially compared to some of the other matchups that we've seen this year, Ryan. I do sense some good things from Webster Groves.
They're going to throw it backwards, and now he's going to throw it downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. They tried to get it down to Zane Meyer again as they flipped it to Malachi Lewis, who, according to what the stats I have, it looks like the backup. He's 1 for 2, now 1 for 3 on the year. 27 yards and an interception. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to hand it off to Madison. He will run it up the middle, trying to go right with it, and he'll get down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. 5:35 to go here in the 4th.
Be faced with a 3rd down here. Ball on the 25. They'll need about 6 yards if they want to get the first on this one for the Statesmen.
And he may have gained a yard, maybe half a yard. I think it's going to be 4th and 6.
Daniel Madison on the carry. And they will most likely keep the offense on the field, because you're definitely not going to punt it, and you're not going to kick a field goal from here. So 4th and 5, the offense will stay on the field. 4:45 left to go in the game. Tigers lead at 42-7. Clock continues to run.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to hand it off. And he's going to be stopped for a turnover on downs. That was Stymage, who tried to grab a first down, but the defense had him stymied.
I will say, though, again, another fairly good drive by the Statesmen. Just they weren't able to come up when they needed it most. And just another failed 4th down conversion, and it's going to give the Tigers the ball back. They've been down there in the red zone, though, a few times tonight. Just they weren't able to come away with any points. Tigers get the ball back now, 1st and 10 from their own 24.
Yeah, their drives just stall out right there at the end. As Chapman Ogle's in the game, he will hand it off. It looks like they gain a few to the 29-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
.310 left to go now for ball game.
Ogles will take the snap, hand it off, run it around the left side, breaks a tackle, drags a man with him, and he'll finally get brought down across the 40 down to the 43, 42-yard line. It's a nice big gain there for the Tigers. And that wasn't Jathan Spain. It looked like he was wearing number 14, but according to the roster, 14 is Jathan Spain. We'll have to take a closer look at that from up here. Chandler, you got pretty good eyesight.
Yeah, and I missed it too. I actually was not, didn't quite catch the number on the jersey.
They're going to hand it off again, and he'll get across the 50 into Webster Groves territory.
That is Brevin Coleman.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
So that 14, was it a 2? Was it a 2-4?
Must be a 2-4, yeah.
So they'll give it to Coleman. 2nd and 7 now. Under 2 minutes to go before the Tigers pull away with the victory. 42-7 is your score.
Gonna hand it off. And Coleman will stiff arm as he gets across the 50. And I think Tiger fans and maybe some of the coaching staff down there wanted maybe a flag on that play. It looked like there was a little bit of an extra shove there out of bounds. It's 3rd and 2.
Trying to get some of these second, third string players in the game. Lots of substitutions being made.
Man in motion. They'll fake the handoff and give it back to Coleman. And he's going to push forward to that first down marker. See if they give them the first down. Yep, first down. 45 seconds to go. As the Tigers are going to come away with the win here, 42-7. If anything, they will probably kneel. Yeah, they're going to set up in the victory formation here and just kneel the football. Play clock down to 4. And Ogles will get the snap. Hang for a second and then kneel for the final play of the game as the clock will run down. 10 seconds left, but the teams have pretty much just said, yep, that's it.
So that's going to do it here, Ryan. 42-7 as the clock expires, and the Tigers will win it, improving their record to 9-1 on the season. And we're going to be taking on Poplar Bluff next week.
Yep. We're going to go ahead. We'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about it in the postgame show. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger Football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and listening on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Back here at Cape Central High School, and he's not going to hear it, but we'll give him the shout out anyway. Justin Day was up here talking to us after the game here, talking to us, and this is his second game here, he said.
Yes.
This one was better. His first one that he was here for was not good, and that's the only bad game we had was the Jackson game.
He's been a good, loyal listener
of
ours because he's only made it to 2 games, but the other games he's been listening and he's been watching us on YouTube. So we really appreciate that, Justin, and got to call a game with him last year.
That's right,
When you were out, you had a little bit of a sickness, I think, and it's just one of those things. We called up Justin and asked him if he could come fill in, and he said sure, and that's exactly what we did. So enjoyed calling the game with him last year, and of course a great friend of the radio station as well, Justin Day. So thank you so much for coming up here and getting to chat with him a little bit as your Tigers win it 42-7, improving their record to 9-1 on the season. Lots to feel good about here as we'll be taking on Poplar Bluff next week, Ryan. And they defeat Farmington. Is that final? Is that game final
it's not
for
done
sure?
yet, but
they're up big. I don't think there's enough time for a comeback or anything.
We're going to say they're going to take on the winner of Poplar Bluff Farmington, but we're expecting to play Poplar Bluff because an ad popped up. It's 41-21 still Poplar Bluff in the lead, so we're going to officially say the winner of Poplar Bluff Farmington, but unofficially it's going to be Poplar Bluff. Just a few stats for you. Zaire Thomas finished with 214 yards on the ground. Declan Pittman had 121 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. One to Paul Tran and one to Carter Armstrong. Torrance Murray had a touchdown, and he finished with 86 yards on the ground. Declan Pittman, 56 yards rushing on top of his 128 yards through the air. So a good game offensively for the Tigers. Defensively as well, they had the one bad defensive drive that ended up in a touchdown for Webster Groves, and after that, the defense locked it down.
Yeah,
and
they had
made
to.
stops when they made stops when they had to.
It was one of those things. I've said it early on. It seemed like this might have been a pretty good competition. If you just went off the first quarter, they put together a really nice drive. Even a few other just good drives overall tonight that didn't result in any points. But as far as Webster Groves goes, that they didn't have a great season on paper, but I do see some potential here. Maybe more so with even some of the other competition that we've faced. This year, Ryan. It seems like they came up just a little bit short on a few of their drives. But other than that, the running game was pretty solid, I would say, overall with Daniel Madison. And a few of those receivers, too, especially with Demetrius Bias Jr. He made some really good plays, too, for this Statesman's offense. But they'll come up here short this evening, 42-7. Tigers will advance on, play the winner of Poplar Bluff Farmington. Looks to be Bluff. That looks to be the opponent that we will be facing as they're up by 20 late in that one. I don't know if there will be enough time for a comeback at this point.
I doubt it.
Don't look for that to happen. So we'll most likely be taking on Poplar Bluff next week. Again, that will be a home game since we do have the number 2 seed. And as long as we can pull off that win, then week after that's the big one. Cardinal Ritter,
yeah.
Unless somebody somehow knocks them off.
Unless they knock them off, somebody knocks them off. We'll be going to Cardinal Ritter. So the Tigers, like we said, win big here over the Webster Groves Statesmen. We'll play next week here at home against Poplar Bluff. And that'll probably do it for us here tonight. We'll see you next week here at home. For Anthony back at the station, Chandler to my right, I'm Ryan Winkler. Tigers win 42-7. We'll see you next week here at home against Poplar Bluff for round 2.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.